Did your ex weaponize your kids against you?
Yes.
Was it really ugly?
Yeah, it was really, really ugly. How can I help my 17-year-old son build friendships and feel more connected, especially after a tough divorce?
Ooh. Tell me about your son.
He is 17. He's involved in sports. He works. He's active. We've had a lot of ups and downs in the last 4 years, but we're really. It seems like we're in a good place.
What does ups and downs mean? That can mean everything from he's drinking, he's sneaking cigarettes, he says bad words, or he's suicidal. Like, what does that mean?
It more like the says bad words, gets mad at me. More like I kind of took the brunt of a divorce with a teenage boy that didn't know which parent to listen to, and I took a lot of brunt of that over the last 4 years.
Okay.
But recently, as when something hard comes up, so I knew that this might sound a little crazy, but he came to me and said, all of my friends are sports betting. Their dads help them, and I have no friends because I'm never allowed to do what everybody else is allowed to do. I wasn't allowed to have Snapchat. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have anything that anybody else has, and I'm on the outside again.
I've had this conversation multiple times in my own house, so I'm with you.
I think it felt extra. It feels extra hard. I think as a single mom, going, I want him to have friends. I don't know why he does seem like he feels on the outside, and I don't know if it's he'd go to. I was never invited to stuff. I'm always on the outside, and I guess I'm looking for. I don't know if it's more a situation of because that kind of hits me right in the heart. I don't know if it's to get what he wants or if it is that he really is on the outside and not connected. And how do I help? What's the best way for me to help him with that, or can I?
Yeah, I mean, I there's so much here, and I'd probably need to spend some time with him. High level, you asked an either-or question, and my answer to that question is yes. Is he trying to get what he wants, and he knows how to pull your strings? Yes, 100%. He's 17. He knows what works in his house.
Yeah.
And he knows that yelling and screaming and swearing at mom is a no-go anymore. Absolutely. But he also knows that after the mom's still hanging on to this divorce 4 years later, which means it was really hellacious for you, Leah, and you're extra sensitive to the emotional state of your kids.
Yeah.
And by being tuned into it, you try to take their pain away for them.
Yep.
And on the other side, he probably has left out of stuff because you've been a good parent and you've held the line on cancers like Snapchat and cancers like giving your kids social media and crap like that. And so there is a case, like my kids do the same exact thing. Like I'm getting left out of stuff. I don't get invited to, like, I get that and it breaks my heart. And so the path forward is to feel your feelings and know that a mom should always feel sad when her son comes and says, I'm left out of stuff. That should break your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And if the alternative is all my friends get together and smoke weed and I was about to have crazy, parties, and it's not fair that you won't let me go. I get that, man. I get you're 17, you want to go do crazy stuff with your friends, and my job's to keep you safe. I'm not going to let you go do something stupid that's going to get you hurt. So both are true, right? The second is you got to let this divorce thing go because you're letting it lead you around in your parenting.
Yeah.
It happened. Was it really ugly?
Yeah, it was really, really ugly.
Did your ex weaponize your kids against you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry that happened. No one should ever do that. Ever, ever, ever do that. And I'm sorry that happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that happens, you instantly have to switch in your mind. You're playing a 15-year game, a 20-year game. And that means in 5 years and 7 years, your kids are going to go through phases where they think they hate you, or they think that you're the worst person, that you blew up the family, that you're evil. And if you keep showing up and you stop outsourcing how you feel on a day-by-day basis to kids, to children, and you keep showing up and you get some adult friends in your life and you get the therapy that you need and you take care of your physical health, in 7 years and 9 years, they go, oh my gosh, mom's been steady the whole time. And the game you're playing now is not the happy 17-year-old that loves every minute of his life. I don't know any 17-year-olds, by the way, that do. You're looking for the regulated college grad 25-year-old who's calling you and saying, Mom, I think I met the girl. And that's easy to put down on paper. And for me to say it, it sucks when your 17-year-old's coming home and whining about everything all the time.
Yeah.
So here's the harsh reality of I've had to manage in my own house. If I say no to the current social norms of my child's life, I have to provide alternatives. In real time, what does that mean? That means tomorrow after work on my precious weekend, finally a weekend I'm not traveling, I'm picking up my son and one of his friends, and we're going out to the woods for a weekend of fishing and not sleeping and grilling out and having some good times and hunting armadillos. I don't know what knuckleheads are going to do, but we're going to go out and just be ridiculous. Everything in my body wants to go sleep. Everything in my heart and my mind knows the right thing and the awesome thing, and the stories they're going to tell at my funeral are going to be when I go out and do fun stuff. And since I took away Snapchatting all day and going to parties and doing all this, going to unsupervised things and being ridiculous, I'm going to have to offer alternatives. And the only alternatives right now, because my son can't drive, is I'm going to be involved. I'll help you out. How fun do we want to make this thing? And that's really hard when you're a single parent with 3 other kids, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying any of this is easy. It's awful.
And at 17, I think I'm having a hard time with how much more independence do I give him than while trying to guide him in these things. Like, I want to do more stuff with him, but it's really hard for with a 17-year-old. What do I do with them, or how do I? At
17 and at 18, it's I mean, at the end of 16, and every kid's different, right? But now you're at the end where you can say stuff with a hilarious smile on your face. We're going to teach you how to date. You're taking me on a date. And you're going to get dressed up. You're going to make a reservation. I'm buying, but you're taking me out. We're going to do this. And he's going to go, oh my gosh, that's so lame, Mom. You go, yep, it is lame. But we're doing it, right? And it will be one of those annoying, lame, I hate this. I'm so glad we're doing this.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to teach you how to dance in the living room. This is my slow dancing songs, and not in a sexualized way or an erotic way, but in a fun mom and son way. And you can tell them, you're a year away of going on dates on your own. You don't know what you're doing. I've seen you try. It's terrible. It's embarrassing. We're doing this. I've seen you try to dance. No kid of mine is leaving this house not knowing how to slow dance. I don't know what happens in your house, but y'all do those kind of. You see what I'm saying? Y'all do those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know what works for y'all, but those points of forced connection are annoying and frustrating. And my mom's the worst, and they are a glass of cold water and a mouth as dry as a desert for a teenager desperate for a connection. And you're not trying to be cool. You're not trying to take the place of friends. You can't take that. But you are trying to give him the connection that he's actually craving, that he's trying to, like your steak and potatoes when he's trying to eat Twinkies with Snapchat.
Yeah.
And you know what's even worse about this? You're going to have to ask for help.
Yeah.
That was an awesome gulp. You've tried to be hardcore for the last 4 years and fight and scratch and claw your way through this. And you're going to need to talk to a guy at a local church or a coach that you trust. because he needs a man in his life that's trustworthy. That's not a scumbag that would lie about his mother to him.
Yeah.
And you're going to need somebody to come over and watch your kids while you and him go out. While y'all start a weekly dinner together or a bi-weekly dinner or once a month dinner together. Or y'all sign up for a half marathon. I don't know, whatever goes on, but you're going to need some help watching your kids. And you don't have extra money, my guess is, and so you're going to have to just ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do that.
What's he thinking about doing next year? Is he a junior or senior?
He's a junior.
Okay.
And he, no matter how much I encourage college, actually, he wants to go right into working. And so.
That's cool. I think it would be fun that you start sitting him down with you to do a budget together.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 17. Here's some things I'm just going to start teaching you how to do. I don't want to, Mom. You have to. If you want a cell phone that I pay for, if you want to drive a car that I pay the insurance on and put gas in, then you will sit down and do a budget with me once a month. You will go on one date a month with me. Period.
Yeah.
That's the price to pay because I've got to teach you some of these bigger lessons because your dad's not here to do it.
I tell him if I do my job right, he'll move out and not have to come back. So,
and so it's cool. Like, I'm just going to go straight to the workforce, bro, and do this. That's fine. Cool. That's fantastic. Here's what that looks like. Here's how much it costs to just live.
Yeah.
So find me a couple of jobs in your area that will at least even pay to be able to pay rent in the Pennsylvania area, much less cell phone, car insurance, and everything else you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do the nuts and bolts. Let's just look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not college, but maybe you got to go to trade school, which I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's go visit him. Let's go sit down and look at that life. Let's go talk to some 60-year-old electricians and ask how their life has been.
Yep.
And now we're getting into the good stuff. And he's going to fight you every step of the way. Just know it's coming. And when he's 25 and he gets his journeyman certificate and he's found some cute girl that you kind of like, but you're kind of annoyed because he's your oldest boy, then you'll know, nailed it.
Yeah.
And also, if you can fill your house full of stinky 17-year-old boys watching movies and eating pizza and being ridiculous, do it.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yep.
Can I tell you a crazy thing?
Please do.
You're a good mom.
Thanks.
The fact that you're attuned and you care about your 17-year-old boy's feelings right now, that means you're a good mom. I'm sorry the last 4 years have sucked.
It's actually, you know what? There were a lot more before that. It's actually, it's a lot better. It's getting a lot better.
Okay. Is he able to talk about his dad with some honesty and truth now?
I think he sees it with some honesty and truth. So we generally just don't say anything. But
yeah, most 17-year-olds can't because he still knows half of me is him.
Yeah.
And anything I say out loud, I admit out loud, is at least a 50% reflection of me, and that's really tough.
Yep.
So just the quiet exhale is pretty amazing and pretty impressive. You're a good mom, and I'm really grateful for the call. If you do parenting, I hate to use this kind of language. If you do parenting right in this current world that we have right now, your kid's going to be on the outside of a lot of stuff. And it's heartbreaking, and it stinks, and it's sad, and I hate it and wish it wasn't, and it is. And so the question we all have to ask ourselves is, what are ways I can get my kids connected to us, to friends, to fun, rambunctious, outdoor, whatever activities, and not just turn them over to the internet gods and say, have your way with my kids. I'm grateful for you, Leah. Keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting.